We're quarantined at home, so we might as well go ahead and do that face peel, that really deep one that we've been putting off because we didn't have time to have downtime. Well, we've got lots of time for downtime now. So I'm going to show you how to do a TCA peel. It's a stronger peel than the glycolic peel that I showed you before. You will like it because it goes down a lot more layers, which means you have to be a lot more careful. And I'm gonna do 5 layers because I've been doing them for a while on my neck. And I'm just gonna show you how I do it. It's from Platinum Skincare, and I'll link them below. They have all the acids that you can buy, and then they also have all these really good instructional videos for you to look at, which tell you exactly how to do it. In 12.5% TCA acid today. And TCA is different from glycolic because you can layer it. First of all, it goes deeper, but you can layer it. So you put it on for 5 minutes, and then you can put on another layer and another layer, up to 5 layers, but you have to work up to that. I've been doing it for a while. This is like my 8th one on my neck. That you can progress as your skin gets used to it. So my skin is used to it. My skin's used to 5 layers. And so that's what I'm gonna do. But I know that you would have to start with 1 layer. And 12.5% is the lowest. So I'm still on the lowest, but I'm doing the most layers. And this is my 8th peel. And I'm still getting really good peels. So I'm not gonna go up yet. I'm afraid. When you do multiple layers, you're gonna wanna numb yourself. So I use this Ebenel Numb 520. Of course, I'll link it. And so I put it on my neck and I left it for a half an hour. So my neck is totally numb. So it won't hurt so bad. Rubbing alcohol, I have 70%, and wipe the area because you don't want any oils or anything to inhibit your peel. I might look over here because this is where my mirror is. So forgive me if I do. Just want to really wipe it off good. So I'm using my iPad. And from the minute you start brushing the acid on your skin, you're gonna wanna have this set for 5 minutes. Use makeup removing wipes to wipe it at the end. Receptacle to put your acid in. A brush to brush it on with. Sometimes I use a sponge, sometimes I use a fan brush. And even though TCA is self-neutralizing, I still use a neutralizer, which is just baking soda mixed with water. I'm just gonna pour a bit of my 12.5% TCA in here. I think I'll try the sponge one today. You don't want it to drip, so you put it in there and then you just make sure that it's not gonna drip. Like, you don't want it to be really, really, really wet. Then I'm just gonna brush it on. My timer's on. I'll be back with you in 5 minutes. So my timer is just about to go off, 3 seconds, and I'm just gonna put another coat on. I'm not gonna take this coat off. You leave it on and you build up the layers. Start. See you in 5 minutes. My timer has gone off, so it's time for another layer on my neck. Restart the timer. Yeah, I don't recommend the sponges. I think the fan brush is better. On the Platinum video, she uses a gauze pad. So this is the 3rd layer. It's really starting to look red, but don't let that scare you. You want to get a deep peel. And I notice, I don't think you can see it, but there's like this white stuff there. That's called frosting. Like, it means it's like really burnt. But she says not to worry about it. I've never had any big problem with it. But I've stayed low on the 12.5% acid, and I worked it up from one 5-minute peel, and a couple weeks, a month later, did another 5-minute peel, 2 5-minute peels, and 3. You know, I worked up to, I've been on 5 now for 2 times. She says it really varies. Some people can do it every 2 weeks, some people every month. She definitely recommends on your body every month, but on your face, neck, and chest, you can do it every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, just depending on your skin. So my timer went off again. It's another 5 minutes. This is peel number 3, I think. Maybe it's 4. I'll have to look. But I'm not taking it off. I'm just going ahead and going over it again. And it's not hurting. Just hurts to look at it because it's so red. Because I guess I really did well at getting numbed. Trichloroacetic acid. That's what TCA is short for. And I guess it's just deeper than glycolic, and you can layer it, which makes it a deeper result. Okay, 5 minutes. See you back here. So this is peel number 5. Okay, so the last one. You can see how red my neck is. It looks so scary. And when you don't have it numbed, it really is scary because it hurts like hell. I did really good with the numbing this time. Usually I take it off too early and I always have pain. This is the first time I didn't have pain. So there's my 5th layer on. Another 5 minutes on the clock. I'm getting a little bit of frosting, but not much. But it's red. The first few peels I did on my neck, it didn't start peeling until like 4 days later, up to a week later sometimes. But as I've been doing 5 peels, it seems like it peels in 2 days, which is great. And it's big, huge peels, which is nice, you know, big pieces instead of like little tiny flakes. And you do not want to peel it. It's so tempting to peel those pieces off, but you do not want to peel it off because if that skin's not ready to come off, it'll make a big red mark. Trust me, I've done it. It's horrible. And that red mark takes like a month to go away, so it's just not even worth it. So just keep washing it if you need to. You can't scrub it. And just moisturize the heck out of it, even if you have to use like a petroleum jelly to really make it moist. Do that. And then after you put it on, you can take a piece of tissue paper and flatten it on your neck and pull it off, and that'll get the excess off so you can actually have your hair down or something. And you can put makeup over it, but all these questions answered on the Platinum Skincare website in all their videos. See you in 5 minutes. So it's been 5 minutes, so I'm going to wipe this off. And I use these Neutrogena cleansing towelettes to do that. And it's supposed to be a self-neutralizing acid, but I go ahead and neutralize it anyway with a skin balancing neutralizer. It's just baking soda and water. It's pretty red, isn't it? You could put ice on it. You could put towels in ice water and just lay them on there, but I'm still numb, so it's not hurting me at all. And then from here, you want to go in with your retinol creams because your skin's open and ready to receive it. I'm going to use my skin balancing neutralizer first. Just baking soda and water. Let that dry. And then I will put on my retinol cream. You don't have that much downtime with this on your neck. Probably about, I don't know, maybe a week at the most. But you're not going to see anyone anyway because you're quarantined. So I thought this is the perfect time to do it. So Platinum Skincare, I'll link it below. Thanks so much for watching. So after a day, after the first day you do it, it's red. And when the redness goes away, it just looks kind of taut and it feels kind of taut. The second day, it looks really kind of like wrinkly and gross. It gets hard and I don't know if you can see, but it just looks way more wrinkly on the second day. See that? So I'll show you the 3rd, the 4th, and when it peels. Day 3, it is starting to peel, and I'm trying desperately not to peel it because it'll just make it worse. It's really dried and cracked and gross looking because it hasn't peeled off yet. I'm not going to touch it. Day 4, a lot of the peeling has come off, but you can see I'm out in the sun here. It's still a lot there. Day 5, most of it's come off. There's just a little bit of peeling and then the redness in between the wrinkles, which looks really bad. And day 6. This is how it looks on day 6. All of the peeling is gone. The redness in between the lines is gone. And I'm left with a much smoother looking neck. So I'm happy about that. When it comes to the neck, there really is not a lot we can do. I mean, I've tried some lasers and I tried something called Forma, which was like a radio frequency for the neck, but I didn't see any results with either one of those. And so the next step is to have it surgically lifted, and I'm just not ready. I'm 52 and I'm just not ready. I'm not ready to do that. So I will continue doing peels because they make my skin look a whole lot better, feels better. And if you try it, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.